It's a huge night of high school basketball as the Summit Athletic Conference Championships hang in the balance. And with 9 games on the docket tonight, we're here to get you set for all of the action on SAC Countdown. I'm Braxton Hall with Atticus Dean, Brody Heider, and Malachi Stout. And guys, it's hard to believe, but only 2 weeks remain in the girls basketball season.
Yeah, Braxton, this season has been incredible from a start to where we are now, and it's crazy to think that it's going to be ending soon.
Absolutely. One of the best seasons we've had recently, and tonight is going to have huge implications for these teams.
Yeah, we've seen big games all season long, and we're set for another big slate of games tonight.
So rightfully so, a lot of the focus tonight is on the girls' side of things. But on the boys' side as well, it's a tight race at the top of the SAC standings. Homestead just took lone first place, so a fun race to watch on that side as well.
Yeah, for sure. As the girls' side, it's bringing a lot of attention due to it being later in the year, and the SAC is very competitive. But so is the boys' side, even though it's a little bit earlier on. There's still a lot of teams that feel like they have a great chance of being the clear-cut top team in the SAC.
Welcome into the Spartan Athlete Spotlight. This week, I'm joined by sophomore girls basketball player Delaney Nolan. Delaney, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, of course.
So take me back to last year as a freshman. You come in for the injured Carly Mullering and ended up even starting some games as a freshman. What was that experience like en route to becoming a permanent starter this year?
Yeah, I think last year I was just there to play my role, to limit as many turnovers as I could, and just be a role player for my team.
And we start with the girls, 2 teams, 6-0. The winner tonight, likely the conference champion in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Braxton, these 2 teams have set themselves apart as the 2 ahead of the pack in the SAC conference. And anytime these 2 teams match up, we're always set for a great game.
So let's take a look at the SAC standings coming in to this game. Homestead and Snyder tied at the top, 6-0 apiece in conference play. The only 2 teams that still control their own destiny in the SAC, and obviously the team that wins tonight going to have a big advantage over the other. Meanwhile, Northrop is behind them. They lost to Snyder 49-48 last week. The Bruins still have a chance. They're rooting for the Spartans to get the victory tonight, and potentially, if that were to happen, if Homestead wins out and Northrop wins out, we could see a showdown at the end of the season. But it's these 3 teams, that's what it's been the last several years, battling for the conference crown, and here we are once again.
Yeah, Braxton, we always see late in the season, as you mentioned, these 3 teams, they always find themselves towards the top of the conference, and we're set for another classic ending to the season, as all 3 of these teams are clearly the top 3 in the SAC, all have a chance to prove it as the season winds down.
When these 2 teams played last season, Homestead ended up getting the 30-point victory, but that's obviously pretty skewed because they were trailing at halftime, and then Snyder only put up 14 points in the second half, including just 2 points in the fourth quarter. Panthers going to need a different performance here tonight. The man trying to stop them, Homestead's head coach Rod Parker, who's standing by with our Owen Kruger.
Thank you, Braxton. Coach, in what is a very deciding game and who the leader of the SAC will be, what's it going to take to get the job done for the Homestead Spartans?
Well, it's going to be a game where we need to be very efficient on the offensive end. We're going to have to have balanced scoring tonight, move the basketball, get good shots. And defensively, they got a couple dynamic players. And so we're going to have to rebound the basketball, force them to earn everything out of their offense and not give them second chance points.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight. Malachi, Braxton, back to you.
All right, thank you, Owen. Your thoughts on Coach Parker's comments there?
Well, yeah, you mentioned the second chance points is going to be huge in this game, especially from Mackenzie White. She was huge in the last game against the Bruins. Herself put up 16 points and an astounding 17 rebounds, and a lot of those were on the offensive glass. It seemed like anytime a shot went up that was no good, she was there in the vicinity to grab them. Now, the Spartans team has been very good on the rebounding ends of things on the season, but they're going to have their hands full with Mackenzie White. So definitely something we'll see is how the Spartans try to attack those box outs and try to keep her off the glass.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game, and you see it on your screen there. We'll start off with Homestead, the home team, and there you see it, the 4 seniors and the sophomore Delaney Knoll, the core 5 group that's been leading this team this year.
Yeah, and they've been huge ever since they've been together in this lineup, and really it all starts with Delaney Knoll, the only sophomore in the lineup, but the way she just connects these 5 girls together is really something we haven't seen out of really anybody in this stage. Just her ability as a point guard is huge for this team. She takes the ball handler duties and she performs them very well. She's very unselfish, which is exactly what the Spartans team needs.
From 3 this season, she hits her first of the evening. Cooper, no look pass to AK. She can't finish it. Another offensive board. Count the bucket and one. Snyder dominating on the offensive glass right now.
How about Izzy AK off the great dish from Cooper, misses the first, but then able to fight for her rebound and ends out working for her in the end as she gets the and one opportunity.
We're going to get the first substitutions for both teams into this game. Susie Perigo comes in for the Spartans. Maddie White comes in for the Panthers, the sophomore. And one opportunity gets the roll for AK. Now she's going to go to the bench as well. Mackenzie Carter, who started the last game for Snyder, will come in. 1 point lead for Homestead as they head back on offense. No, a little bit of a press from the Panthers. Now to Perigo. To Helsum and Mullering with the ball. She's looking out for Knoll on the wing. Three-pointers open, but off the mark, and Carter gets the long rebound for the Panthers. Up on the far side, now Smith with it. Head fake, step inside the arc, and toss it back to Hurst. 3:10 to go in this first quarter. Snyder standing strong, a must-win game for these two teams to take control of the SAC standings. Smith on the left wing goes to Cooper. She's going to pull up with the jumper and connect, and Snyder has their first lead since the opening minute.
Well, how about that? A little bit of shake and bake from Janiyah Cooper, just sizing up Susie Perigo, and a little bit of a step back jumper. She's great around the rim, but showing off the little bit of a jumper she has from the mid-range.
And then a turnover forced quickly. McLaughlin checks in for Homestead. That's what separates Janiyah Cooper so much in today's game. It's get down low or pop the three-pointer. She can really attack you from the mid-range. Hurst on the volleyball line to Carter on the wing. Looking in the way of Maddie White, who gets it, and a little bit of a bobble, but Cooper with it now for the Panthers, getting it a screen from White. McLaughlin unobstructed. Now to Carter. Smith out to Carter on the wing. Dump down to Maddie White, left block, and that's a double dribble going the other way.
And White just getting her sights too set on backing down Mullering. Didn't see Gabby Helsum coming over to help, and then just not able to handle the ball. Great IQ by Helsum on that one to acknowledge the lack of awareness by White.
And after a short breather, Mackenzie White will take back over for Maddie White. Epps on the baseline against Smith. Has it knocked from behind by Cooper, but she got some arm. And Epps will go to the free throw line. We'll take another look.
Janiyah Cooper, it was a foul on that play, but that's something to keep an eye out for, the help side defense from her. That's where she gets majority of her blocks, the leading blocker on this team. She loves to come over from the weak side, help and contest shots, and she was looking for one right there, just clipped a bit of that arm.
My Epps 80% from the free throw line this season, connects on her first. And looking like we're going to get a substitution here for Snyder. It's Brooklyn Robinson who's going to check in the game for the Panthers. Epps looking to give Homestead the lead back with her second free throw. And she does just that. 14-13 Homestead, down towards 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Their head coach, Rod Parker, standing by with our Owen Kruger. Owen?
Thank you, guys. Coach, a lot of back and forth in the first quarter with the Spartans able to kind of get a lead in the second quarter. What are they going to need to build off of that momentum and take it into the second half?
Well, we're going to have to continue to defend the basketball well. And I thought we had a lot of good defensive stops. We got a rebound, but I thought we got a little complacent the last couple minutes. So we have to clean that up. And offensively, I think we're moving the basketball pretty well, so we got to maintain that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys in the booth.
Welcome into the OPS Halftime Report. Braxton Hall and Malachi Stout with you. And we're going to send it down to Owen Kruger, who's standing by with Homestead boys basketball coach Chris Johnson. Owen?
Thank you, guys. I'm here courtside with Coach Johnson of the boys basketball team. My name is Owen Kruger. Coach, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So before even talking about the big game tonight, I'd like to take it back a couple weeks to the Homestead Holiday Tournament. Before the Southside game, you guys had a little under 2 weeks in between those two. What did the team do during that time to prepare and help them win those next two games?
Well, as soon as the Mount Vernon game was over, we gave them a week off because we didn't play until a week after. So, you know, I think we needed to get just away from it, get our minds fresh, get our legs fresh. And I thought over the last couple weeks we've been playing pretty good basketball.
help them even more come playoff time when they start playing some of these better teams.
Epps comes back into the game, and she's got 40 now. Maya Epps, 3 away from the all-time record. Cooper with it. 38 wasn't enough for Epps. She wants more. Smith, three-pointer off the mark. Taylor's going to have the ball and bring it into the front court. Taylor turns around to Epps. She's going to drive and be fouled. Maya Epps will go to the free throw line, sitting on 40 points with 92 seconds remaining. 10 on the clock. Maggie Bell will slowly dribble this into the front court and let the time wind down. Homestead is going to stay perfect in SAC play. 7-0 now. The conference title well within their reach and led tonight by their fourth-year starter, Maya Epps.
Yeah, huge game from her start to finish. I mean, it was just pure domination on both ends of the floor.
Maya Epps, a career-high 42 points, and she's standing by with our Atticus Dean. Atticus?
Maya, tonight was a physical game from start to finish. How was the team able to respond to the physicality early and take control?
I mean, we're also a very physical team. We work physical every single day in practice. We've been playing against physical competition the whole season, so it's kind of what we work for. You know, we have a lot of experience. That was one thing that was a big confidence factor going into this game. We have a lot more experience than they did, so that was a big thing for us.
So we're going to wrap things up here on game one of our doubleheader as Homestead gets the victory in this one, 83-61, moving to 7-0 in SAC play. On behalf of our sideline reporters Owen Kruger and Atticus Dean, color commentator Malachi Stout, and the entire Homestead Live team, I'm Braggs and all saying so long from Spartan Arena.